Welcome to Mods by Brannon. I know it's been a while since my last video. I've got loads coming, there's also some really exciting news, which you'll find out very soon. In this episode of Mods by Brannon, I am going to unbox some goodies and also install my turbo. So, the parcels have arrived. So crack it open, shall we? So I did this from Neo Bros, really good customer service, not too sure about the parts yet, obviously it's opening up, but I can imagine it's probably going to be of reasonable standard. Originally placed the order and on Sunday night, it's now Tuesday, and they rang me yesterday asking me to confirm about which engine it was before they dispatched it, so they get out wrong. The service kit I ordered was the wrong one, or clicked on the wrong one. So I presume that'll be the cabin filter. Fuel filter. This will be the oil filter by the looks of it. Yep. Oil filter. It's a GM one as well, genuine GM. The panel filter. I'm going to install that for now. And see how we get on. I can't imagine we're going to keep it on there for long, but nice cross-on filter there. And we'll change that to an open induction kit, probably maybe cane or something similar. I think green filters also do. Exhaust manifold gasket. Some people don't need to replace these, but unfortunately with the limitations of what I had, I wasn't able to drop the turbo from underneath. I had to drop it from the top, so obviously I took the exhaust manifold off. Of course, the gasket was cracked, as you've seen earlier. So yeah, new exhaust gasket as well. That was the turbo fitting kit, turbo gasket and oil return feed gasket. That with studs as well in there. So you can see there's the studs as well, and also the nuts as well. Spark plugs. I think I noticed the other one there, it says NJKR, NGKR on mine, so just went for a quick look. Yeah, it's still the same, it still says the NGKR. I don't want to replace these just yet, I've got one of the old ones, but the kit was quite cheap, so we've got that on there as well. What have we got here? Oh, sump plug and washer. I thought we these normally magnetic sump plugs out there, but they're not. That could become an issue. Leather, double packed, self at the top, make sure it don't leak. That's the 5W30 premium Sarb oil, so that's fully synthetic. What we've all been waiting for. They're all the coolant lines for the TD04 turbo with the banjo bolts. Excellent. As you can see the banjo bolts there. The washers as well. Fabulous. Obviously that one was the main issue. Goes there, just like that. Excellent. Right. So yeah, we've got everything we need. We'll make a start. As we have a bit of an issue with trying to put the oil in the car or drop the oil, with the cars actually currently on the driveway at the moment, which has obviously got stones underneath it. It's a bit of a pain to jack it up. I can't put paving underneath it. I can't jack it up because it won't fit underneath. So we're going to wait until we've got the turbo on while it's on the driveway, because it's on. There's no tax on it. It's declared off road. And then what we'll then do is, once it's all finished and we can get it moved, I've got a friend of mine who might be helping me later on, so he's going to help me get the car onto the road, and I will drop the oil, jack it up, drop the oil, and replace it. Yeah, we'll make a start now, shall we? So I'm going to start removing the coil covers and the coils on the spark plugs while I'm waiting for the turbo. Obviously I'm being careful, make sure I don't lose all the screws. Currently waiting for the my camera mounts to arrive, so once they've arrived then it'll be a lot easier to record. Yeah, they're all rounding off. I'll have to put some new ones on, drill the old ones out. I don't know if they come like this, but it looks like this exhaust gasket, exhaust manifold gasket's had a bit of an hard life. It's cracked.
As dawn was just around the corner, light was beginning to get very limited, and the install was pretty much being the reverse of the removal. I time-lapsed the video to cut out any of the boring bits, not to mention I struggled getting the turbo back into the car along the oil and coolant lines. It would have been much easier if the car was on a ramp, as I would have had access to the turbo underneath and given me a better view of the oil and coolant lines, so I wasn't feeling for the holes where the oil and coolant line go into. As you can see, it's really difficult and really tight squeeze to get the pipes onto the turbo, along with the bolts.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mods by Brandon. In the next episode we are going to get the MOT done at our friends at Airedale MOT in Skipton, off Engine Shed Lane. Great set of guys. He's happily said we can record while we're there as well, which is obviously great news for you guys. Obviously we are running now. We've got a bit of smoke. Car's cold, so we'll see if it starts okay. The beeping just about the seat belts, so don't pay any attention to that. Turn the air conditioning off as well, there's no gas in that. Straight on. Let's open windows so you can hear it a little bit more. Both windows. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. There's still a little bit of smoke left. Obviously once the clutch is done and I can drive it out here and there and everywhere, it'll get rid of the smoke. At the moment obviously it's just starting probably an exhaust. I have debated about when I take the intercooler off. Well, because I'm changing the intercooler anyway, I was going to originally take it off let it drip out any oil, excess oil what's in there. But because we're going to change it anyway to a bigger intercooler, there's not really much point in going to all that effort until we're actually going to change it anyway. So obviously once the clutch is done, I'll have a bit more flexibility to get stuff for the car. So after the clutch and the MOT, there'll be just left the 3-inch downpipe and the intercooler, and we might get an open induction kit. I'm not too sure yet. Depends on obviously where I can run the duct in for the open induction kit. I don't know, because I know these engines do get quite warm. I've had it sat on for a little while. Obviously once the turbo was done, and it does get quite warm in there, so I don't want to end up having an open induction kit, not being able to get any cold air into the engine bay, and then only if air it's actually getting is warm air from the engine, because obviously that's not really good for the car. But yeah, it seems to be running absolutely fine. Holding charge of battery. Managed to put myself a little stereo from an old car I used to have before, from my old Ford Escort. Managed to get it from a friend, Carl. He was going to put it in his car, but then he got a new car. There's 2.2 Civic, good engines, really good engines. So yeah, we're doing all right. So yeah, I'll fire these windows back up, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and also don't forget to follow me on Mods by Brandon on Instagram and also on Facebook. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.